Bringing you the latest news from Bucks County, this is the Courier Times Update with Rachel Cannelli.
This Courier Times Update is brought to you by St. Mary Medical Center in Langhorne, PA. It's your health, expect more. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rachel Cannelli reporting from the Courier Times newsroom with what you need to know about what's going on in our community this Monday, August 12th. Emergency workers are expected to continue their search for a missing 30-year-old man who slipped from a tube as he floated along the Delaware River in Bucks County over the weekend. Authorities believe that 30-year-old Anthony Del Prete of Virginia was not wearing a life vest.
We've suspended our operation with the fire company. We've brought in and coordinated with Garden State. They're a underwater recovery unit. Anytime you're out on the river, you have to understand what you're going out to. You have to respect the river. You know, it's not always as calm and pretty as it seems. So life vests, we say, anytime you're out on the river, you should have your life vest on, not just with you, but have it on.
Everybody's speculating that the gentleman that lost his life possibly was not wearing a life jacket. At River Country, we especially when the river's up this far, every single person that goes out here today has to wear a life jacket no matter what activity they're doing.
Efforts to resume the recovery operation have been hampered by rising water from heavy rain. Reporter Kimberly Flanders has the full story with video at buckscountycouriertimes.com. If you're looking for information on people being held in the Bucks County Prison, you won't find many details. Bucks County prisoner mugshots, along with most information about their alleged crimes, will no longer be publicly available through the county's website. That's after a federal lawsuit was filed by a New Jersey man who claims his mugshot and arrest information remained on the site after his criminal record had been expunged. So now you can only see inmates' names and dates of birth. Reporter Joe Chevalier has all the details on this story on our website. St. Anne's Carnival starts tonight and will run through Saturday at the Catholic Church at Pond and Dorn Streets in Bristol. Volunteers are busy preparing for the annual Carnival and Italian Festival, which is best known for its food and traditions.
Just a great family tradition. It started 17 years ago. It was my dad's idea to start a carnival again in St. Anne's. And besides my family, it's members of our parish and other parishes and the community, and it's now become a 17-year tradition where people look forward to the St. Anne Carnival every year.
More than 100 volunteers work tirelessly each year to make St. Anne's Carnival a reality for all who enjoy it. Parking is free and available around the church and also on Canal Street. $16 gets you unlimited rides, and make sure you save room for dessert. Reporter Chris English has more details on the fair online. Our very own Chuck Thomas travels to Terhune Orchards, which is just across the river, to check out some peaches for this week's Eat This. Thanks for being here, Chuck. So while you were on your visit, you learned a pretty different casserole recipe. So why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, there's the orchards, of course, grows the fruit. They also bake a lot of it. They make salsas, peach salsas, and things to sell in their store. But on their website, I came across a recipe for a peach zucchini casserole. And never really blended zucchini with a fruit before, and so the owner, Pam Mount, was happy enough, nice enough to make it for us, and it was actually pretty good.
Definitely sounds like an interesting combination. Well, let's see how it's done in this week's Eat This.
Terhune Orchards, after 38 years, we farm 200 acres on 4 farms, and we're open. Our little store here in the 200-year-old apple barn is open all year round, 7 days a week. When it comes really down to it, it's the soils that make the fruits and vegetables taste so good. People don't always think about mixing fruits and vegetables in their recipes, but right now, in the height of the season in the summertime, we have an abundant supply of all kinds of vegetables and, of course, all kinds of fruit. Slice it a little bit thin so that it will bake faster. Now we're going to layer the zucchini so that it kind of has a mixture of peaches and zucchini.
After adding another layer of zucchini and peaches, a little fresh thyme and Parmesan cheese are sprinkled over the top before the casserole is placed in the oven and baked for 45 minutes at 350 degrees.
If you have a food show idea, you can email Chuck at cthomas@phillyburbs.com. New Eagles cornerback Cary Williams hasn't been shy voicing his opinions since his arrival in the city of brotherly love this past offseason. And after Friday's preseason loss to the New England Patriots, he was at it again.
I feel like we got to establish a tenacity, a tough-nosed defense, a hard-nosed defense, something that's to be feared when it comes out to each and every week. I think Brian Dawkins alluded to it a couple times when I spoke to him. He was talking about bringing that fear back here. And right now, I don't know if there's anybody out there in the league that fears this defense, especially after last week. So I think we have to come together, find a way to get back to those old days when Brian Dawkins was here and strike the fear in individuals or teams.
Williams drew fan criticism quickly after arriving in Philadelphia by not attending voluntary workouts. He didn't play in Friday's game due to a hamstring injury. Williams took part in the first day of the team's 3-day practice sessions with the Patriots last week before getting tossed for fighting. You can read reporter Ed Kratz's story at buckscountycouriertimes.com. A Council Rock South graduate must be feeling the love today. More than 400 people showed up to a fundraiser at Johnny Apple's in Northampton to support Lauren Shevchek, who was paralyzed in a June diving accident. Money raised from the event, which cost $35 per person, will help the Shevcheks modify their home for Lauren.
We're just really excited to be doing this fundraiser, to do anything we can help Lauren, and I know out of anyone that I know she can pull through it, and we would just want to do anything for her because she's really uplifting and an outgoing person, always has been.
There's still time to donate. Reporter Chris English has all that info online. And of course, you can also find updates for all of these stories at buckscountycouriertimes.com or follow me on Twitter for your latest local news. I'm Rachel Cannelli. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.